Modern engines have multiple adjustments to raise the height of the engine, but the old Mercury outboards, you're limited to the thumb screws and that little slot at the bottom of the midsection bracket to adjust the height. So this short video is about how I was able to modify a standard 6-inch setback to accommodate the standard Mercury outboard bracket from a 1968 Mercury 125 horsepower engine. So here you see my twins. On the inside I have my 1968 Sidewinder, on the outside my 1969 Sidewinder. And the Suzuki that's on the 69 you can see is about 2 inches higher off the transom than I wanted to do the same thing with my 1968 Mercury 125. And now I'm showing you the end game. What you're looking at is the 6-inch setback bracket with my Mercury and the thumb screws mounted to the back of my transom, raised up about 2 inches. From what I've read, you do need a 6-inch setback to accommodate the thumb screws that the old Mercuries have. And you will need to purchase some supplies prior to doing the project. So as you can see, this engine is raised up about 6 inches. And I was able to order some backing plates that you can see that are there on the bottom. There's also one in the splash well that reinforces the bolts that will be placed through the transom. I found a transom guide. This way when I went to drill the holes will be truly perpendicular to the back of the boat. And now it's going to be available on eBay for rent, so you don't have to spend a fortune to buy one yourself. I also purchased a pair of these, one to go against the back of the transom and one to mount the Mercury outboard bracket against. I'm sure you've heard this before, measure twice, cut once. So what I did is I took one of my old wooden stands and did a practice run. So I used my template, I drilled my 4 new holes that I needed to mount the bracket, took an old midsection that I had lying around just saving the thumb screws, and I wanted to make sure that everything fit. We had to drill 2 additional holes in the bottom of the outside of that bracket to accommodate the Merc midsection, and here you see it's all put together. So the old Mercury midsection, as you can see, those 2 bottom holes just catch the edge of the inside of the setback. So that's why I ordered 2 of those metal plates, so this way it can reinforce that midsection against the transom as well as against the midsection of the Mercury outboard. There is also an affiliate link down in the description showing you the plates that I bought on Amazon. The transom on the Sidewinder was restored with Cusas, so I still had some leftover material, and I took a 1-inch thick piece and I modified it to fit on the inside so the thumb screws could be tightened against the bracket. The setback bracket, as you can see, is set in the full upright position. This allows you to tighten the thumb screws down, then we can lower it and rest the thumb screws against the bracket to get our 2-inch lift. So we'll have to mount the bracket first in the full upright position, and then once the engine is on the bracket, lower it down into the position or the height that we want. As I mentioned earlier, I like using these backing plates. So there's one in the splash well, and then there's one at the bottom holding in the 2 bolts of the setback bracket. Even though the transom is made in Cusas, they still need to be bolted through, and I like the additional reinforcement. In anticipation of having this setback bracket, I installed a water pressure gauge. So here you see we're at full throttle doing 51 miles an hour, and we've got 16 pounds of water pressure. So I know that when we have the setback, I can adjust the height and make sure that I have the proper water pressure that I need so I don't burn up the engine. I originally rigged the Sidewinder with this 150 Merc and then eventually went to the 125 set at this height. But I really wanted to get 2 inches, or at least an additional 2 inches. And here you see the bracket in place with the motor mounted, and I've achieved the 2 inches, and now we're ready for a sea trial. So what did we accomplish? I mounted a setback, a 6-inch setback on the Sidewinder. We raised the engine up about 2 inches. It definitely improved the handling, but as far as the RPMs, they stayed about the same, and the speed was maybe the same, if not maybe a mile or 2 improvement over the 51 to 53 we were getting at the standard height. So overall, I'm happy with the look, not so happy with the performance, and we'll raise it up another ½ inch, and I'll let you know if there's any change in the performance of this boat. Once again, have a great day today and every day.
Thank you for watching this brief video. Please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to leave a comment. I usually respond to comments in 24 to 48 hours. Have a great day today and every day.